Well, hello there and welcome back to a brand new video where today's video, guys, is super exciting because we are talking about Rugby 25 once again. We're talking about their first major update. We're also going to react to a video which Rugby 25 have put out. I think the video is kind of talking about the patch and what is new, but I thought, you know what, let's watch it together. Let's go through the notes. And I posted a YouTube short, I think 2 or 3 days ago when this was announced, and I've only really got around to doing the long form content of this now, just because it was my birthday yesterday and it's been a pretty busy few days. But anyway, if we head over to the one and only Facebook page for the guys over at Rugby 25, the guys over, what did I say? Did I say Rugby? Rugby 25, the guys over Rugby 25. If you head over to their Facebook page, you'll see this. It says here, welcome to the first major update in Rugby 25 early access. We can read the patch notes here, but then there is also a video. So if we go and expand and open this video, let's see what this video has to tell.
I'm Matt, producer.
Yo, that's crazy how the guy is called Matt and I'm also called Matt. That is crazy.
For Rugby 25. First off, a huge thanks to everyone who has participated in the early access for Rugby 25 so far. We've had an...
What's interesting, right, which is pretty cool, I know he's got the subtitles on, but I think we should have the subtitles on anyway. Can you see this, how they've got like, they've made, you know, like the menu system in Rugby 25, they actually have this kind of in the game itself. So yeah, so they got the menu system, and it looks like they've made their own version of the menu system for early access 1, 2, and 3. That's pretty cool.
Incredible amount of helpful feedback. This has been amazing to see. We're
Nice.
so excited for you to come along with us on this early access journey with such passion for the game. Let's go over some things for the release of early access 2.
So so one thing which is quite interesting, obviously, we've got early access 1, which they've done already. We got early access 2, which they're talking about, and then we've got early access 3. Now the question is, when early access is done, is that when the full version comes out and it'll be available on console? I don't know. I think there could be more versions, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But let's see what Matt has to say here.
While our dev team keep working on the gameplay and features, which we'll be going over soon, the photogrammetry and art team have been working on the player visuals. And we're ready to bring you 7 teams with new visuals.
7 new teams.
From the URC,
Fools.
we have Ospreys.
Ospreys are in the team.
Dragons.
In the game. Dragons.
Cardiff.
Cardiff Rugby.
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
And Connacht.
Connacht Rugby. Oh,
Then,
awesome.
from
I
the
like
Gallagher
Connacht.
Premiership, we have the
Saracens?
2023-24 finalists, Bath,
Is that it?
and the
Oh.
champion Northampton Saints.
Bath and Northampton Saints. It would have been Saracens.
There are
if they were
now
in the
more
final.
places for you to play, with Allianz Stadium in Sydney.
Do you know what's interesting? When I first saw this on the patch notes, Allianz Stadium. Allianz Stadium used to be Saracens Stadium back in the day when we were sponsored by Allianz. Fun fact there.
The newest official stadium to be added. Beyond that, we have further new stadiums in Northampton,
Nice. Bath.
Parma,
Parma. Okay.
and Toulon.
Toulon. Okay, interesting.
While the art team has been working on these additions, the gameplay team has been hard at work on updates and additions as well. One of the biggest pieces of feedback was to improve the feel and impact for tackles.
Okay.
And in this update, we're able to deliver a significant improvement to the tackling system.
Big update.
Players will now
tackling,
tackle in a
guys.
much more authentic way, with a heavier feel to the motions. We've used your feedback to shift dive tackle to the Y button, with the B button remaining for a
So B is standard tackle and Y is dive. I think previously it was an analog stick, I think.
standard tackle. Also high among the feedback was to work on improving passing. We've made a number of improvements to the quality of passing, as well as reducing the rate of incomplete passes. Rucks have also had a refresh, with a rebalancing of the mechanics to make it more of a contest, and to speed up using the ball out of them.
Do you know what's interesting on the gameplay? Go back here, right? Watch this section here. Watch this section here.
And to speed up using the ball out
Oh no, go back a little bit more. My bad.
to make it more of a contest.
The guy still wants to go offside. I mean, I guess it could happen in real life, but still, if we just go back a little bit further.
Refresh, with a rebalancing of the mechanics to make it more of a contest, and to
Yeah, I mean, the guy tries to rebind, so he kind of reverses backwards. That is interesting. That is very interesting.
speed up using the ball out of them. Steals have been balanced, and now there's a tooltip indicator showing the timing of when a steal is available.
Nice, that's a good
Mauls have
feature. I
been
like
enabled
that.
for this EA2 release.
That was an
and will be
interesting
the main
kick there.
added gameplay feature.
Looked
We
like
would
he
appreciate
sliced
as much
it.
feedback on this as possible. In addition to what we've covered, a large number of other improvements and tweaks have been made. See the written patch notes for some of the ones we didn't cover in this video.
Nice.
To see those, and get involved in giving us feedback on our early access releases, visit bigant.com/rugby25 to visit our discussion forum, contact our support team, or join in with the early access. That's all we've got for this early access. Join us next month for EA3.
Cool. So if we quickly go over there, so if we go to the full notes on Steam, what is interesting here, right? So we just have a look at this, and I'll just zoom in for you guys, just a little bit bigger for you. So it says here, so they've added mauls. So the initial maul mechanic has been added to the game. Future updates will improve several of the animations around mauls to make them more visually fluid. So apparently it's just to make it a little bit easier and look better. They've improved the tackles, like Matt was saying. So a significant number of new tackle animations have been integrated, as well as adjustments to the underlying calculations for selecting which tackles to play. The dive tackle control shifted to the Y button. So I think it used to be analog stick, and obviously they're referencing obviously Xbox, so Y on the PlayStation is triangle. Added some club teams, like they say, they've added Gallagher Premiership, or Bath and Northampton. They've also added 7 new URCs, so Ospreys, Dragons, Cardiff, Edinburgh, and Connacht. And they've also added some new stadiums as well, which is pretty interesting to see. Improved passings to the target. Targeting passes have been improved with adjustments to the calculation for target selection and pass quality. They've rebalanced rucks, so the ruck system has been adjusted, improving the speed of the rucks and making them more of a contest, along with alert for when to still available. I like that. I like the idea when it tells us when to. Rugby 22 never really had that, but I still think with rucks and mauls it was slightly easier in Rugby 22. It definitely got harder when you went up the difficulty, but still early on it was quite easy. Tuned player movement, so initial work on balancing player run and sprint speeds has been done. The attributes and builds of the player will have more impact on speed that they can run, and the amount of boost that they're using the sprint button makes. So interesting there. So they've tuned how running and sprinting and kind of all that works. They've also spoke about improved UI. So several UI screens have been given a visual polish. So we might take a look at that later on. Notably, the pre-match settings. A few in-game elements, such as the player markets, have been polished. And finally, they've improved stability, so a number of reported stability issues have been resolved. We'll continue to ensure all of those are reported, or all of those which have been found. We'll try and complete those. Please continue to send them through. So pretty interesting. In terms of comments, so someone says, defense rushes too fast, support is too flat, offloads are non-existent now, icon passes doesn't show up most of the time. Someone says, appreciate the major update, but still loads to fix. I can't get the ball past the first receiver. I can't pass quick enough either side. The defense from the opposition is too unnatural, and there's no flow to the game yet, but I'm sure this will get fixed over time. And someone says the gameplay still feels like Rugby Live League or Rugby League Live 4. So there we go, guys. What do you guys think? I think, to be honest, my biggest thing is I'm still getting crashes, and I think a lot of you guys are as well. So let me know in the comments, have they improved the crashes? I know they say stability updates, but it's interesting because some people, I think someone said to me, oh, Matt, like, is it your settings, right? But if I play an AI game, like AI versus AI, the game doesn't crash. But the moment I play, it crashes at some point. So I'm kind of thinking, what's the difference there? Is it that the game is taking my control and all that stuff, or is the AI kind of just it's easier to kind of, I don't know, process? I don't know. It's pretty interesting. But what do you guys think? Are you guys excited? Like I said, we've obviously got another big early access update coming soon, or in a month's time or so. I think the biggest thing for me, is when is it coming to console? When are we likely to see a more, I guess, defined game in some way? They've obviously spoken about 200, 140 plus licensed teams. We now have 7 introducing here, or 9 introducing here, and then I think there was already 20 already. So we're still quite a long way to go. My question is, will the game be fully released without all the teams being licensed, but you can play them and then be feature updates? It will be interesting. Anyway, what do you guys think? Please let me know down in the comments. But anyway, if you have enjoyed today's video, then be sure to a massive thumbs up, subscribe if you're new regarding this. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching, and as always in my next video, adios, chaps. Boom.